Hello, everybody. This is Zane Miller from Master Your Marketing on YouTube, and I have a very, very special guest that I'm going to be interviewing. His name is Joshua Zamora, and I don't have enough nice things to say about this guy. He's really, really sharp, especially when it comes to video SEO, being found online. He's really sharp. I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people that interviewed him a couple of years ago, and now he's created well, I call it the Zamurai way. I don't know how you put it, Joshua, but Joshua is the man behind the samurai, if you will. So welcome, Joshua. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your product?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great to be here. It's always great to spend some time here with you. It's been a while, It's been a while since we jumped on a hangout, so glad to be
Yeah.
back. And I know you're like the godfather of hangouts. I mean, you were doing hangouts before hangouts were even cool, so definitely got to give you props for that. But yeah, man, I mean, I've just been working hard building up my Samurai brand. It's just something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I just because some people always wonder, where the Samurai comes from, and actually my grandfather, they used to always call him a samurai in Spanish. So it's just something that's been dropped down through our family. Always, oh, samurai, samurai, something like that. So it's something that's just part of the family. It's not just I decided to stick a Z in front of samurai. And the next product that we've got coming out is the Zamurai PBN Blueprint, which is a pretty great product that we've put together. If someone's been online for any amount of time, at least over the last year and a half. PBNs, which is a private blog network, are very, very effective in today's day for ranking sites and ranking videos. And if anyone remembers, about a year and a half ago, what was most popular then was the public blog networks. I don't know if you ever got to use them, but it was pretty much public blog network. You can go, you can sign up for them. Anyone can go to the sales page, sign up for it. Usually they were about $37, $67, $97 a month. I know I was at least subscribed to 2 paid ones and 1 free one, and they were really, really effective. You can go submit articles, get links, high PR links to YouTube videos or websites, and you would just rank left and right like crazy. It was just, I mean, they were so effective that people were focusing 100% of their link building methods just on using these blog networks. But of course, when there's something good going around, people abuse it, people go crazy about it.
Yeah.
And and Google caught on. Google caught on quickly. They were able to go in and discover these people's entire blog networks and just drop a nuke on them. And it was just a frenzy that went out throughout the whole SEO community. Like, holy crap, Google just de-indexed Build My Rank. That was one of them. And Build My Rank was one of the more popular ones because they were quote unquote the safest one and the one that were really keeping things
Like on the level, so to speak?
Yeah, keeping it as strict and as white hat as possible, because they would not allow you to submit duplicate content. It had to be 100% original, and their filters were great, man. You would go in there, you would try to submit something, nope, they would knock it down because it was duplicate. So they were really strict. They didn't really allow you to post too much into their network. They had a real strict limit on how much you can post and the frequency. So it was very strict. But even though they had all of that set up, Google was still able to go in and completely shut them down because it was a public blog network. So pretty much anyone could get access to it. And there's theories about how Google got access to all of these blog networks and how they shut them down. No one really knows exactly how it happened, but Google somehow found out their entire network, and quite frankly, for all the blog networks, and just started shutting them down left and right. And that kind of transitioned into people building private blog networks because people saw just how effective they were. So they were like, why use a public blog network where everyone can get access to when I can just go out there, find these high PR domains, buy them for myself, and build my own private blog network that only I use and I control and no one else can use it, and still get the same effectiveness of a blog network.
Makes sense.
So, Yeah, absolutely, and anyone can do it. That's the beauty of a blog network, that anyone can go out there with any amount of space. As long as you know what you're looking for, you can go out there and buy these domains for very, very cheap and build your own private blog network. And the effect that these have on your rankings is dramatic because, just think about it. The best kind of link that you can get is from the body of a website wrapped by relevant text, and if that website has good authority and good page rank, that is probably the best link you can ever get. So
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense.
yeah, absolutely. So if you own a site like this and you have it where you can post article on this blog that has extremely high authority, is extremely relevant, and you link to your site, I mean, that is just makes Google drool, and that's kind of the reason why we've put together, because we not only have we been getting extremely great results with private blog networks, but I mean, it's so simple for someone to build this for themselves, and especially when you know what you're looking for, that there's no reason why anyone that's serious about SEO shouldn't be building their own private blog network.
Right. No, that again, as I'm one of those people actually who didn't really catch on to the whole blog network thing, and right away I can already say that I feel like I've gotten some very good insight from the fact of like, well, if you ever see some kind of public blog network, you probably don't want to be a part of it, because I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like, no, still totally works. So that sounds like an awesome tip of just simply like avoid the public blog networks and go for more of a private network. But with that, for those of us that are watching live or even as a recording, based on what you've told us so far, is there a tip that you can give us for those watching right now that will help us get started right away?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a great tip, and it's also a great misconception that some people are still focused on, is that right now people are all there's still people that go out there and try to buy these high PR domains, and all they look for is a high page rank. And right now, Google is not updating PageRank for quite a few months. They say they update every few months, but sometimes it goes 6, 7, 8 months, even 9 months, and PageRank hasn't even been updated. So when you're out there looking for some of these high PR domains, don't just focus on PageRank. There are some great authority domains that you can get that still show that they're PageRank 0, but carry a lot of authority behind them, just because Google hasn't updated PageRank yet. So don't let the fact that a domain has PageRank 0 fool you and avoid them. That's what a lot of people do. They avoid these PR 0 domains because they feel that, oh, they don't have any PageRank, that's not a good domain. But when you look further into the domain and you look at the authority and all the other different metrics that we cover in our course, you can pick up a great domain that has the same authority of a PageRank 3 or a PageRank 4, but you can pick it up for 12, 15, $20 just because most people are avoiding it because they're not able to see past the PR 0. And there's some great free tools out there that help you to look for all of these different things and make sure you're picking up a good domain at a cheap price. And a good just a free resource that we share inside of the course. If you go to expireddomains.net, that's an extremely great resource to finding high PR domains for very cheap, and it's a great resource that anyone can use. And people can start playing on that site. Go to expireddomains.net, and then once you pick up our course, you'll be able to understand what to look for and how to find these domains.
Ah, awesome. Yeah, no, I just pulled it up here. So this is a website that you would encourage people to go and check out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And inside of the course, we share the different metrics and the different filters to look for, when looking for these domains.
Very interesting. Ah, that is an excellent tip right there, because I would never think I would do the same thing. I would say I just want things with a high page rank because page rank is so important, but it's looking like page rank is becoming less and less important, especially if Google's only updating that page rank system every a few times a year now, what it sounds like. So it seems like it's less important, and from what I've heard, engagement is more of the key. That, like you were saying, even if it's a page rank 0, if it has that authority, and authority always carries engagement with it, it can be much more effective. Is that what I'm
Yeah,
hearing?
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, if you come across still a good page rank domain that is relevant, and yeah, you might even if, I mean, I'm not saying that not to avoid the high page rank stuff as well, because if you come across a good page rank site, you might pay a little bit more, but if you find it, I mean,
Mm.
definitely jump all over it. But I'm just saying also don't overlook the ones that say PR0, just for the simple fact that you're going after only page rank.
Okay, all right. So actually, I'd like to know a little bit more about the product itself, because I'd like to find out if it's like a good fit for me, if it's easy to understand. So can you give us a little bit of an insight of what we would be getting? It seems to make sense that there's a lot of uh, issues out there. There's a lot of problems where people don't fully understand what they're getting into when it comes to a blog network or even a private blog network. So what does your content address? And I want to follow that up with, is it easy to understand?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things as well that has been floating around out there that that private blog networks are complicated to build, that you need some crazy amount of budget to build one, and that you need to have a ton of experience, and that's really not the case. I mean, anyone can build a blog network, and if you think of it in its simplest form, all you're doing is buying a domain. People buy domains on a daily basis, and it's a very simple process. The only difference when you're buying a domain for a blog network is you just have to do a little bit of extra research and look for a few extra different things to make sure you're buying the right one. And that's exactly what we've put together inside of our course. We've broken it down to a simple 6-step process that anybody can follow. So we've broken it down to what to look for in a domain, where to find them, how much to pay. That's one very important one, because a lot of people are like, okay, I found this domain, but how much should I really pay for it? Am I going to be paying too much for it? Am I going to be paying, too little? Or, what is a good price range? And that's one thing that we focused on the course as well, is how much you should be paying, what you should be looking for in these domains, where to find them. We're going to be sharing the 3 different resources that we use to find these domains. And also, we're going to be sharing how to properly host these domains. Because when you're building a private blog network, it's not like hosting a regular website. You do have to set up a particular type of hosting account so that you can make sure that you can still kind of fly under the radar for Google, because we still run the risk, and there's always risk involved, so I can't say there is no risk involved here. We always run the risk that Google can find out about our network. So inside of the course, we also share, the different hosting to use, how to set up the sites once you buy them, just to make sure that your blog network is as safe as possible. We also share how to set up the site once you have it built, and once you have WordPress installed, how to set it up, how to properly link to your site so you can get the most amount of juice power, and different tips as well to boost up the page rank even further once you have the site set up. So we've really covered all of the bases when it comes from start to finish of buying a high page rank domain, how to set them up, what to do once they're set up. So we're really breaking it down and making it so that anyone can understand and follow it. And I think with the 6-step process that we've put together, it's very easy to understand and anyone can follow. And a good bonus that we put together as well is a nice little cheat sheet that we set up where, once you find a potential domain that you want to purchase, we've put together this cheat sheet where you just check to make sure it matches the entire criteria inside of our course, and if it does, boom, you go ahead and buy it. So we've really tried to eliminate all of the guesswork out of building your own private blog network.
Wow. No, and see, and speaking from the noob perspective, that would be me. I have a hard enough time just setting up a website, even going through just the simple Fantastico and just clicking set up blog. To me, it feels like there are a lot of variables to deal with, even though I'm dealing with the same variable. So it's very good to hear that somebody like me could say, oh, okay, so I want this kind of hosting set up, this kind, because years back I set up some hosting for myself and it was totally the wrong one, and I'm still dealing with the issues right now. My hosting account got hacked, so all my websites immediately got hacked at the same time, and again, it comes down to that same thing of like, I feel like I could have done something different, but I didn't know who to reach out to or talk to. So having that feeling of community with this private blog network and how to approach it, especially how to avoid getting slapped by Google, that's fantastic. I'm hearing that this is a simple process and there's going to be people to help. Does that
Yeah,
sound about right?
yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely, absolutely, and also, you know, we always we have our Facebook group that we've set up as well, so people are going to be able to go in there if they have any
Oh,
doubts or
cool.
if they have any doubts or any questions, you know, when they're buying a domain, they can post it in there. And, you know, me and I have not only me, but there's several thousand other people in there that will be willing to help out.
That's even better news because I'm sure a lot of people watching this have been in that situation of, well, after the launch is over, then everybody just kind of disappears, right? So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and that's a good thing. Like, I enjoy that people say that my group is one of the most active groups that they've seen, and because I'm always in there, and they're like, wow, you know, it's rare to see someone actually, because, you know, a lot of people set up Facebook groups and but they're not actually active in it. But I try to go in and post and answer questions on a daily basis inside of the Facebook group, and, you know, and the members appreciate that. They're like, you know, we really appreciate the fact that you're actually here and you keep on top of it. I make sure all the spam is always out because, you know, you always get those people that
yeah,
auto spam. So I try to I keep it as clean as possible. And the good thing as well is that the members help out with that. The members appreciate the group so much that whenever they see someone spamming, they immediately report it so that I can remove it so the content stays fresh inside of the group.
that's awesome. No, always good to see somebody who's serious about community. So, with that said, we talked about the product and why you decided to make it. There was an awesome tip. Again, by the way, there's a great website, expireddomains.net. Go and check that out. The course looks to be simple to understand. 6 steps, is that right?
Yeah,
Six
yeah,
steps.
6 simple
All right.
steps. Yep.
All right. So there's six simple steps, and if you're having any issues beyond that, you've got an awesome community that's supporting it as well, so that people can reach out to not just you. I mean, I think that's cool to have the person there, but to have a community of other like-minded people who are just a few steps ahead of you, maybe, and not where maybe Joshua is, but they can chat and interact. So, and it seems like it's easy to understand as well. So let's get down into brass tacks. How much is this investment going to cost people to get involved, to learn about creating their own private blog networks and get their own sites ranked super fast?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the other beauty about what we've put together. Because I was talking to a friend a couple months ago, and he called me up all excited. He's like, man, you know, I just figured out how to set up these private blog networks. You know, I'm gonna make this happen. I was like, oh, cool. You know, well, how did you learn? And he's like, you know, I got on the phone with this guy, and, you know, he charged me $500. I paid him, and, you know, boom, now I got all the knowledge on how he does it, where he finds it, how much he pays, and all of that stuff. And I was like, oh, man, pretty cool. And the good thing as well is that he actually implemented it, and today he runs a pretty successful blog network and ranks for some very competitive terms.
Nice.
But the only thing is he had to pay $500 to get on this, you know, one-on-one call with this guy for him to teach him how to set this up. Now, of course, it was worth it for him because he's making a lot more on top of that with his SEO clients. But the beauty with our product is you don't have to pay anywhere near $500. You know, we've made it extremely, extremely affordable where, you know, we're charging only $17 for the first couple of days so that anyone can come in here, pick it up, learn the information, go out there and implement it. So just a one-time fee of $17. That's almost less than lunch for 2 people.
Yeah.
So, you know, they'll be able to get, and the thing as well is the power of the information that they're getting because, like I said, you know, my buddy paid $500 to have this guy to show him, and now he makes upwards of, I believe the last time I spoke to him, he was up to $80,000 a month
Holy crap.
in SEO clients.
Yeah.
Local SEO clients. So he's and that's the good thing as well because once you have something like this behind you that you know you can approach someone and tell you I can get your business found on Google, you get a lot more swagger and a lot more confidence because you know, okay, I have this private blog network. I can go out there and get these people ranked. So it gives you a little bit more confidence to go out there and know that you can actually rank these people
Yeah.
once you have a blog network in your corner.
I like that. I like that. $17 to add swagger to your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but it also struck me, if I'm understanding this correctly, what you're saying is that the information that you're offering for a low investment, and it sounds like it's only for a couple of days, $17 to be able to get the same information that your friend that's now making $80,000 a month, he paid $500 for that, and we're getting the same information for 17. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're getting the same exact stuff that he learned, and you're getting it
Awesome.
for way less. And there's also other people out there that sell the same information for a lot more than $500. So we're making this extremely affordable. We really want to help everyone out there. And the good thing as well is that private blog networks is not something that can really get saturated, because there's so many domains out there. There's so many opportunities out there that they'll never, never, never be saturated, because you're building a private blog network for yourself. This is for your business, so it's not something that can go out of style, or something that once everybody knows about it, it's gonna shut down. But no, it was like that for the public ones, because anyone can go and sign up for these public blog networks. But when you build a private blog network for yourself, you control it, you control the content, you control the links, you control absolutely everything. So the power behind that is tremendous.
That is great. I always love to hear about products that are being developed that are genuinely helping people, and it's not a fly-by-night, like, oh, let's see if we can fleece these people and get a little bit more money out of them, kind of thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
But that's what we expect from somebody who is a true samurai. Sorry, I'm gonna play that pun next month.
Nice.
So with that said, I do know that there are a handful of people who've heard this, and they go, okay, that's great, but they're still on the fence. Now, with that said, this is kind of an odd question to ask on a live event like this, but if people get your course and they go through it and they're like, it's just not for me, do you have some way to address them? Like, it's not for them, but they still appreciate it, but do you have a return policy is what I'm really getting to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of my products have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and even beyond that. I mean, I've given people a refund up to 6 months. They emailed me like, oh, like, I never really got around to using this, blah blah blah, and I'm usually pretty good at working with people. And this course is the same. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you go through it, you don't like it, hit up my support desk and I'll refund you. I have no problem with that, and I'll even let you keep the product, keep the bonuses. Go ahead and run with it. So
wow, that is, I gotta say, that's rare. That is rare. So really, also what I'm hearing is that there's no risk. Like, you're putting down $17 and saying, okay, let's see if this works, and if it doesn't, you can just say, well, okay, I'm good, thank you. I mean, that again makes you a true samurai.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to say it. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. That puts you a cut above the rest, in my opinion. So with that said, usually with these internet marketing deals, more exposure online, the industry that they're in, there's always what's the infamous one-time offer, right? So again, it's not something that people usually address right away. But since I got you here, is there a one-time offer? Is somebody gonna get this and be like, hey, here's something else that you can get?
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm actually most excited about that as well, because what we've done is we've been able to take what people are going to learn inside of Zamurai PBN Blueprint and pretty much turn it into a software. What the software does is it pretty much delivers these high PR domains to people on a silver platter. You'll be able to fire it up, pick and choose the domains based on different metrics that you can set, and purchase them right from within inside the software. And we've made everything so simple. And the best part as well is it works on Macs and PC. So regardless of what machine you're using,
awesome.
it works. It'll work for you. And yeah, it's just we've been able to make it so simple so that if someone wants to go and do it the manual way, the way that's in the course, definitely you can do that. But we've also got the software that can help you to just go in there and find what you're looking for and do all of your research for the domain inside the software. And we've got a tremendous deal on this, and I think it's really going to help people to save a lot of time and save a lot of stuff to go out there and have to do any stuff manually. And I mean, it's just incredible how powerful this software is.
Ah, okay. Well, no, but that makes sense. As far as a one-time offer goes, and also why you're probably so excited about it, it's a very natural fit. Like there's here's what we're doing here, and then if you want to keep going, here's this, right? It's
Yeah.
some one-time offers are just a no-brainer, and others it's like okay, it's obvious you're just trying to get some more money. So it's good to see that the one-time offer that you do have, you're willing to tell people up front that you have it, and that it's an actual like it's something that that's gonna genuinely help them.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, then, with that said, I don't have any more questions myself. I want to go ahead and wrap up and see if you have any last thoughts.
No, I mean just if if you're serious about really putting together a strong SEO business, whether you're doing affiliate marketing, whether you're doing local clients, or whether you're doing video marketing or doing a combination of all three, this course can definitely help you out because it works for anything. It'll work if you're trying to rank an affiliate site. It'll work if you're trying to rank your local sites, and it'll work if you're trying to rank YouTube videos. Regardless of what you're doing with SEO, this course can help you. And at the price that we're going to be releasing it at, it's definitely a no-brainer. And for the first couple of days, it will be at $17, and then after that, we're going to kick into dime sale. And with the amount of sales that we're expecting, once the dime sale kicks in, there's a good chance that the price is going to double right away, just because of the way JVZoo works. It counts all of the previous sales, and it applies that to the price based on the dime sale that we set. So it's most likely going to double after the couple sales. So if anyone wants to get it at the best possible discount, make sure you get it within the first 48 hours so that you can get it at the best possible discount. But besides that, I mean, we're looking forward to getting this into as many hands as possible and helping a lot of people out. And great to be here as always.
Very cool. Well, it was great to have you, Joshua. Really appreciate you taking your time out of your day because I know this is the week, right? So
Yeah.
for you to just take even a little bit of time and do this interview means a lot to me and also those of you that are watching out in internet and YouTube land. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. My name is Zane Miller of the Master Your Marketing YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Make sure and come back because there's always going to be more interviews and content and all sorts of awesome stuff. Thank you again to our guest Joshua Zamora. Give us a wave before we go.
Thumbs up.
Right on, thumbs up. And thank you again, and we'll see all of you in the next hangout. Bye.